Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to day 2 of week 7.
Yay.
7. This is our last
7.
week. Again, we are in Malchut. Leadership, dignity, sovereignty.
We're so cool.
And today we focus on discipline in leadership. Gevruah, yeah. Examine the discipline of your sovereignty and leadership. Although sovereignty is loving, it needs to be balanced with discipline.
It does.
Effective leadership is built on authority and discipline.
Yes.
There is another factor in the discipline of sovereignty, determining the area in which you have jurisdiction and authority.
We just talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday, the idea of when to know when you're the follower and when you're the leader. Mm-hmm. Do I recognize when I am not an authority? Yes.
Yes.
I think we both have
we both recognize when we're not the authority.
Some people, like, I can think about, like, people's stories where, like, my mother-in-law won't let me, like, lead in my own house or, like, raise my own children. She's always telling me what to do. And so, like, that would be an example of someone perhaps not noticing when they have the authority and not.
Yeah, like overstepping their bounds.
Yeah, like, it's, of course, good to offer some advice when needed or whatever, but, like, not all the time. Do I exercise authority in unwarranted situations? I don't think so.
No, like, we're both pretty clear about, like, when it's appropriate for us to be in positions of authority and when it's not appropriate for us.
I was suddenly thinking of those, like, candid camera kind of things, or what would you do, that one TV show, which now the more that I watched, I'm like, how is this not, like, set up? Like, would this ever happen, like, in real life? But, like, the idea of when you see something bad going on, and, like, at what point would you step in? Because, like, if it was...
I would step in fast.
Like, if it was an argument of parents, like, let's say it's two sets of parents over something that happened, would I, like, be warranted to step in when I don't know anything about the two sets, or, like, child raising, or anything like that? Probably not. That's not my... But that could be better for you, because you do know child psychology and stuff.
But, I mean, that's just a matter of, like, what is my jurisdiction, right? The knowledge that we have also, like, determines our jurisdiction. I was in line at Disneyland, and there was somebody who was fat-shaming somebody else who they were with, like, in the party. And I really, really wanted to say something. I really wanted to step in. But my friend who was with me was like, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't. Because they were really stressed out about the idea of, like, confrontation or anything. So that was one area where I probably could have stepped in and I didn't. Just because my friend was really begging me not to, and I
like,
had
those
to, like,
other people, they
that.
would be like, who are you? Like,
yeah.
But then the other person could be grateful that you stepped in,
right? Like,
or they could be even more embarrassed. You never know.
That's true. But I don't know. I mean, I've been in random situations where I've stepped in and I've said something when people are unkind, because I don't abide that very well. But yeah.
I wonder if that would be more related to compassion, I guess, or like stepping, like, I don't know, I don't know if as far as exercising authority, I guess authority would be like taking over this, like,
I guess you're right. Yeah, like taking over the situation, be like, you're not allowed to speak that way.
Yeah, something like that. Am I aware of my limitations as well as my strengths? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it's hard to not be at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps to have lots of therapy and stuff, and then to know what you're weak at and what you want to improve and stuff. I don't know. Yeah. Do I respect the authority of others?
Yes.
Sometimes. I don't know. Well, yeah, usually, yeah, but sometimes I'm like, oh, this person's so, like, I brought up the ice cream restaurant I used to work at. Like, this guy is such a bad manager, and, like, I don't think he's there anymore, but it's like, he's in charge, it's his restaurant, I guess I'm gonna have to, like, respect him, even though I totally think he's making the wrong decisions with the employees and like, this and that and whatever, because I've worked in restaurants before and I know how a better run restaurant should go. But, like, it's his restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, again, theater things, I have lots of different directors, and sometimes I don't, like, respect them as a, like, director, but I agreed to be in the show. They cast me in the show, I auditioned for the show, therefore I owe them the respect. And I owe them their vision. I owe them those things because they asked me and I said yes.
Yeah, I always remember this one person, like, from whatever, Florida All-State Band kind of thing, and the clinician, like, it'll always be some other conductor from a school or whatever this is not your school. And he talked about some story of his where he was like, I hated this one band director when I was a kid and stuff. And then somebody pulled me aside and was like, you don't have to like them, but you do have to respect their position.
Yeah, exactly.
And so like that happens often where I'm like, oh, this person's so annoying. But like I always remember that quote, and I'm like, okay, well, they are the leader. And so I need to listen to them and actually do what they tell me and stuff like that. Even
sometimes it's just out of respect for the entire system that you have to like listen to whoever it is, even if you don't necessarily trust them. Like, show them respect.
Yeah, because they got that for some reason.
Yeah,
even if it was nepotism. A dignified person needs to have a degree of reserve. And so that's the end of that. Exercise for the day. Before taking an authoritative position on any given issue, pause and reflect if you have the right and the ability to exercise authority in this situation.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Pause and reflect. So I think a really great way to do this, and you tell me if you agree, but I think a really great way to do this is when we're on social media and we suddenly feel the urge to speak on an issue that we may not understand. Pause, reflect, and see if I'm the best person to speak on that issue, or maybe instead share somebody else's view.
That's so perfect.
Because I just feel like that's a really easy one, because oftentimes on our social media we're like, I am the authority, and we are on our social medias, but also are we the authority on the issue that we're bringing into our social media?
I know, because like everyone, it's just like the age of my opinion is this, and it's like, well, that doesn't mean it's a fact,
right? The age of opinion.
Yeah, and it's instead of. Because there's a book, and I still haven't read it, but I just love the title, The Death of Expertise.
Ooh.
And it was like written in the late 90s or something, but that is what happened as like Google came, and everyone is a health like doctor now, and a great politician, and a great psychologist. I don't know, because of Google and like people looking things up. It's good to, of course, to be able to look things up for yourself, but that's important. You didn't study it for 20 years or 10 years, unless you did. And maybe like if it's something, again, child development related, or even politics, like I'm like, I don't know that much about Bosnian politics, so I'm not going to say anything on this. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think it's an awesome idea to like listen to other people who are experts in situations and form opinions based on the expertise of others, rather than assuming that I have the expertise.
Yeah, learn stuff first.
Yeah.
So good, very good. Yeah. Pause and reflect. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.